Khela hoi gaye che. The Trinamool Congress is facing the kind of political crisis it has never faced before in its 27-year history. We're calling it the beginning of the end of Mamta's TMC. In fact, the end of Mamta's TMC. What was once whispered as internal dissatisfaction has now exploded, not just into a full-scale rebellion inside the TMC party, but a split. This is about succession, it is about control, and it is about who truly owns the future of Trinamool Congress after Mamta Banerjee, though this is happening right with Mamta Banerjee there. In an extraordinary development, 58 rebel TMC MLAs led the expelled legislator Rita Brata Banerjee marched to the Assembly Speaker's office, submitted letters declaring him as the leader of the legislative party. He is the opposition leader. The rebel camp has also announced its own parallel leadership structure, deputy leaders, chief whip, legislature hierarchy, effectively behaving like an alternative TMC within the assembly itself. And the numbers matter enormously. Under India's anti-defection law, a rebel faction needs the support of 2/3 of the MLAs to avoid disqualification. The TMC has 80 MLAs. The required number is 54. The rebels claim they have 58 signatures that have been submitted in support of Rita Brata. That changes everything because this is no longer symbolic dissent. This is now organized institutional challenge to the official leadership, the very essence of Mamta Banerjee. But perhaps the most fascinating part of this rebellion is the rebels are not attacking Mamta Banerjee directly. In fact, they continue to call her their supreme leader. Their rebellion is aimed almost entirely at one man. At least they claim they're irked with Abhishek Banerjee. They will not take him as their leader. Rebel MLAs have openly declared that while Mamta Banerjee remains acceptable, they reject Abhishek Banerjee's authority in deciding the affairs of the legislature party. At this point, Rohi Ray, let's just start with you, Rohi Ray. How's BJP looking at this? Is this a victory moment?
It doesn't matter to us because it's a TMC's internal issue. You started the program by saying that Khala hoye gache, but actually it's Khala shesh. The Khala of injustice that we have seen over the years, the past 15 years, is finally over. You know, I today fondly remember the comment of Mamta Banerjee when she said that in 1 second, one community will destroy you if TMC doesn't return to power. And see the tragedy. Not even 1 month and TMC is over. But see, today, the arrogance that TMC had over these years, what was that for? For the House of Cards. And look at us. We lost 2021. We could not perform well in 2023. 2024, we lost. But still we survived. I personally joined the party when I was just 18 years old and I have been in the party for the last 5-6 years. And what all we have seen, in front of my house, the entire electric pole was set on fire to burn us alive because we voted for BJP. When Prime Minister Narendra Modi declared that COVID vaccine will be provided free of cost, at that point of time in our area, I had to pay 1,750 rupees per vaccine. And TMC could not even survive anything. We have seen all these things. The best option at that point of time for us would have been going silent, but we walked in silence. And this is the difference between a disciplined party and a party that is totally, filled with thugs and goons and who doesn't have any morality. And what is happening with TMC today is the curse of the 321 Karyakartas. I remember one particular incident that happened in Birbhum on 4th May 2021. And this was an 8-year-old girl. She was gang raped because her father was supporting BJP. The gang rapist went away from the house, again came back to rape her. For what? And no FIR was filed. We have seen all those things. People of my age, their heads were smashed. And today the curses are coming back. So we have no sympathy for the party. We are not going to entertain anyone from them in BJP. Let them suffer, let them die their own natural death.
This has been the tone and tenor during the elections as well. These were the very incidents that BJP repeatedly spoke about during the time of elections as well. What do you make out of how BJP is responding to this. What do you make out of what's playing out politically in terms of the impact on the ground beyond just TMC?
Well, I think BJP's leadership in West Bengal has been quite smart in the way they have handled this whole thing by distancing themselves, from this whole happenings within, the Trinamool Congress, the entire sort of problem, the revolt against Abhishek Banerjee. And I don't have to recount all this, it's all well known. The BJP state leadership, Samik Bhattacharjee, particularly the state president, has been very smart in distancing himself. And he has made the point which Rohit was making, that we will not allow the Trinamoolization of the BJP, which means we are not going to bring in all these people, because if BJP now gets into this business of bringing all these people just to increase their numbers, they don't really need to. They have more than 200, MLAs in the assembly, a clear majority. They don't need anybody. The case would be different if BJP had got something like 155, 60. But they have more than 200. They have a clear majority. Therefore, I think BJP is under no compulsion. And one thing, Samik Bhattacharjee is a very smart leader, has made it very clear that we are not going to bring these people into the party. We don't want it, because that is going to upset the Trinamool rank and file who have fought against these people. Now, what happens to somebody like Rohit, who has so much complaints to make, and he sees somebody who attacked him yesterday has now defected and joined his party? It's not going to go down well with the BJP rank and file, the cadres who stood their ground and fought it out.
Nirmala Mukherjee, is anything left for the usage of that word? It seems to be an endgame of that. Trinamoolization, even if you have to use that word, whom would you use it for anymore?
I don't know why Shomik used this word, because BJP is not that type of party in Bengal. BJP is a different party in Bengal. I always said that there are three BJPs, the cultural, the religious, and the political. In Bengal, I have always seen BJP as a cultural party, because they want to transform this into a Hindu homeland. That is the main aim. And this time it is a Hindu backlash that the Sangh had organized to save BJP and get the power. The Sangh people are not interested in what is going on in Trinamool, because as it is, Trinamool was never a regimented force against the BJP. And BJP got it very easy in Bengal. This is the only state, after it was born in 1980. Now they are ruling 22 states out of 28. You can't name me one state where BJP came to power just after becoming an opposition party. Because Trinamool, they always found Trinamool to be a gang which is ruled by two people. And this gang had to be broken. And they broke it up. So Trinamool was not a political party. What is happening in Trinamool is just the reflection of Congress. Congress in the later days was converted into a gang. And gradually, Mamta broke it up in 1998.
Let me just get in KS Prasad. Nobody is bothered. Is that what you will take in? Because even, CID investigation for the forged signatures, PMLA case, ED raids, the anger, the attack on Abhishek Banerjee. Is it true that nobody is bothered? Because the messaging seems loud and clear.
Good evening, ma'am, and good evening to the viewers and good evening to the panelists. Ma'am, it's very clear and evident, once BJP wins the battle, the next target is any regional party in that particular state needs to be vanished. That is their primary motto. If you really look into it, if you recollect, as soon as the next elections of 2019, Telugu Desam entire Rajya Sabha members have emerged themselves into BJP. In the same scenario, Shiv Sena party in Maharashtra. Now it's a time for Aam Aadmi party. Now it is a highly targeted West Bengal election. Is they are categorically demarked, particularly Mamata Banerjee. This is the time they want to disorganize their entire party and they want to see through that. That's what around 56 anti-defection law also will not applicable. If you recollect in the Telangana, the entire CLP of Congress is merged with VRS party. The same way today, the same way it repeats in West Bengal. These are all excuses. Oh, one of the MLAs got attacked and one of the ED raids. And these are all quite common basic fundamentals which follows by BJP. End of the day, the party after 3 successful elections also, it is their heaviest task to pull back their socks. This is how they punish as far as the parties are concerned. If you really look into Aam Aadmi Party, they have succeeded 2 terms. The way they have been introduced to succeed against Congress, if you recollect, the Delhi is unable to chase by any party, only Congress, Sheila Dikshit ma'am. Now, this how the Aam Aadmi Party has come into the line today. Smartly, the BJP has stepped into the Delhi politics.
You
The
know,
same
K.S.
way-
Prasad, are you giving undue advantage or undue praise to BJP for something that the regional Satraps have not been able to keep together?
No, that's what I meant.
This
End of the
is
day,
like,
BJP
you know, you literally, in my opinion, for what's happening with the TMC right now, if you want to praise BJP and give the brownie points to BJP for being able to finish TMC, that's a whole lot of praise for BJP that has not done anything.